AFTV Turkish, a real golfing class out there. You got to, first of all, admire, some of the football from De Bruyne out there. I mean, he was different class. But, really disappointing again from us, defensively.
It's getting worse, Rob. It's getting worse. When you come to a point where you think it can't get any worse being an Arsenal fan, it's getting worse. Why? Because I feel like we don't know where to direct our anger and frustration towards as a fan base anymore. Do you know what I mean? We wanted a new manager after Wenger, it happened. We wanted new people underneath Kroenke, it happened. We got Raul Vinay, we got Emery in. We wanted a new manager after Emery, it's happened. Well, it hasn't happened yet, but we've got rid of him. Has anything changed? Can we finally point the finger in the right direction, Rob? As a fan base, can we finally unite and open our eyes to the real problem here? Because this managerial issue highlights the problem that is the Kroenkes once again. Forget summer spending and net spending over the last 5 years, over the last decade. Their inability to find a new manager, to be proactive with a plan moving forward after sacking Emery, it just highlights the ineptability that they are. They don't know what they're doing, Rob. They'll feed us to be excited, or they'll feed us the Edu Gaspar is the new tech. But nothing's changing. It needs to change from the top.
I heard a gentleman in there say, he goes, what you see out there is a very well-run club in Manchester City and a very poorly run club in Arsenal. When he said poorly run, he means from the top. And he was like, I don't blame those players out there. He goes, it's not run right from the top.
100%. The mismanagement of this club in the last decade leads us to where we are right here today, standing here after losing 3-0 to Man City. This is a Man City that's the most inconsistent they've been for 3 years, the most injury hit they've been for 3 years. But they walked over us at home like it was nothing. This is a Man City that Man United beat last week. The Man United that certain times this season we've looked at to hope for top 4. But we're levels off Man City, we're levels off Liverpool, levels off Leicester right now. How do we get to where we are today, Rob?
How do we get back to where we want to be?
The board. It's going to get worse because the fans have to unite against Kroenke. It's going to get worse. But you know what it is? When we boo play the team at half-time or at full-time, it's easy for the media to direct that hatred towards the players all the time and that frustration towards the players. It's not necessarily the players that are the root of all this frustration, because the players are the players. At the end of the day, I've wanted Ozil gone from this side for 2 years now. He's still here, picking up 350k a week, jogging around the pitch, walking off without a care in the world and kicking his gloves. He shows more spirit and determination off the pitch than he does on the fucking pitch. But he's still here. Who do we look at next? It's the board, the people above. What fan base talks about the people above as much as we do? And I mean Raul, Vinay, Edu. What other fan base talks about these people in their positions at the club? None of them. We shouldn't care who the fuck they are in them positions. All we should care about is they're doing their job. And then we can focus on the pitch. We've got TalkSport coming out. Ray fucking Parlour. How about Ray Parlour speaks about the real issues at Arsenal Football Club instead of talking about the fans? Because I'm tired of these ex-players also coming out, chatting rubbish about fans, but never, ever, ever highlighting the true core evil at this club. It happened under Wenger. They'd tell us Arsenal are soft, Arsenal are weak mentally. But when it comes down to what should they do? Don't talk about Wenger, he's a legend. So the fans had to get on his back. Same with the Kroenkes. When is someone like Ray Parlour, when is someone that used to play for this club going to stand up and talk the real, talk the facts? Stop bringing the fan base into this. What are we meant to do today, Robbie? 3-0 at home. When was the last time we won at home in the league? It's been about 6 games. But the talk of the week is Arsenal's fan base is toxic. Why are we fucking toxic? Because the club is toxic. Your first interview that banged, Rob, it was Chris Hudson. Yeah? That was a few interviews into AFTV. That pain that Chris showed that day was built up over years and years of Arsenal Football Club being mismanaged without AFTV being here. Yeah? We can argue, we can agree to disagree, we can disagree on whatever it is regarding AFTV. All it is, you put a mic in front of match-going fans' faces and we talk. What should we talk about today? What positive aspects should we talk about today? Because there is none. The board are fucked. The manager is highlighting the real issues. You got Ljungberg coming out and saying, I have no staff. He's coming out and saying, I have no staff. He's coming out and saying, if we go like this for the next few months, it's going to get worse. He said, we haven't even talked about transfers in January. How can this club not be proactive enough? Don Raul, fuck Raul. Fuck Vinay. And Edu right now, Edu, you're lucky you got that status at the club.
The thing is, though, ultimately, it's the guys above them.
Yeah.
Because we can say that, but if they don't have the resources, if they don't have the people saying to them, right, you know what, our thing is we want to start winning things. If that's not being transferred for them and they're not being given them the resources to do so, you see the difference. If you've got a Kevin De Bruyne, you're going to do well. But if you're not incapable of getting those type of players or even getting near to getting those sort of players, it's very hard to even blame those guys, isn't it?
No, 100% it is. And you are right in what you're saying. It's just that our fan base, we latch on to so much stupid things. This summer we latched on to Don Raul. Don't talk about Don Raul.
Well, I think people were just excited that at last that we were buying someone. Because we've seen over the years, we hadn't even been buying players.
Yeah, and that was a good first step we took in the summer. But instead of putting him on a pedestal and saying, yes, wait and see. Because a few months later, nothing's changed again.
Before you go there, next game up, Everton away. Can we get anything out of that?
Fucking hell, Rob. Everton away. No, we're not, because they've bounced back since Duncan Ferguson took over. What did they draw today at United and they won their last game? They bounced back. They're showing a bit of fight, a bit of spirit, a bit of determination, something that we all thought we would show here. Can we get something out of Everton? Of course we can, but we're not. We're not going to get nothing out of Everton. Nothing whatsoever. And then we move on to Bournemouth away. Are we going to get... What the fuck is going at this club, Rob? Even the way you're asking me questions, you're dejected today.
I'm very dejected.
Of course. But we fans are part to blame for this shit, apparently. And it's pissing me off. The direction, like the aggression needs to be directed towards one man. Stan Kroenke. Full stop.